How's it going, guys? I've been tinkering and twinkering with this thing. It's ready for round 2 of test cuts tomorrow. It's way too late and this thing's way too loud to start up. But I haven't advanced on the muffler mod any. Right now I'm just dinking with timing and components to try to get this thing sorted out. If I can't get this thing sorted out, I might put it together with just a big bore and put a stock air filter back in it and put it back together with all its stock components and hunt down a set of dogs and set this particular saw up to where my nephew can use the thing or whatever. He's needing a big saw, and I'll probably save this cylinder and piston and get a build your own kit saw or whatever. I will start over with OEM crank, flywheel, and coil, and then put it all into a kit saw. And then we'll try this cylinder and then keep twinkering with it. I know if I lift the cylinder off, I'm probably going to widen my fingers a little more to try to get a little bit more up them. And I actually might bump the exhaust up a degree or two to try to get a little bit more RPM out of it. Seems to have pretty decent torque. I don't think it's quite making the power of that 395, but hopefully tomorrow test cuts will let me know. But if I go off with that kit saw or whatever, after I'm done tinkering and playing with the cylinder, then I can pull it off and I can fix the plug holes in that OEM one, and then I can port that OEM cylinder up nice, and I could build the kit saw with all OEM heart and have a pretty decent saw. But till then, this one, I want to set this down on the floor because it's ready. It's all fueled back up. It's ready to go. I want to talk about a few things. I have the best viewers, I think, on any. I know a lot of channels say they got the best viewers. I think we share a lot of the same good viewers, but like, viewer sent me this when my other scale crapped out, and then my 395, wherever it's at down there, that one I've been tinkering and playing with. One of my viewers said that, because I'd have to go back and look on the video. I know I got the piston down to 97 grams, I think, and I worked my butt off. I took material out of every single portion of that piston that I could, right up to the point where I was starting to fear critical failure, which still might happen. And I only got that, I think it went from 109 down to 97. And a viewer said he used a particular brand of piston, and it's this brand right here, Raisman, which I've heard of it. I've got one here that this 372. I've had this sitting around forever. I can't quite remember why. I think it was because it was 2 ring instead of 1 ring. But I tried to find, like, where I bought that one off eBay a long time ago. I tried to find another one. I couldn't find the 395 piston that he was telling me about in the comment sections, and then he sent me a link to it, and then it was on eBay, but eBay doesn't have it listed as a Raisman. It just shows the piston. It doesn't say anything about the brand. That's how I missed it. And once he sent me the link, I ordered one, and this is, just by picking this up and feeling it, I can tell this is light, like right here. I think this is another Farmer Tech one. That's 109 grams right here, and it feels like a big old heavy slug. This one, 94 grams right out of the box. So I spent like 2.5 hours reworking that piston of mine. I cut the top of the piston, the sides, went in here and ground everything that you can think of, and got it down to, I think that was 100 and, I think it was a Meteor piston. I think it was 114 grams when I started on. I got it down to 97. This thing is lighter than that piston that I did all that uberous amounts of work to, and it's It's clicking between 93 and 94. So that would even probably just cleaning this thing up. It'd probably be a 92 gram piston, but I'm going to do bad things to this even lighter piston. And I don't remember what my wrist pin weighed, but I'm not too worried about the wrist pin because I've already got this 24 grams. Minus the package, so yeah, I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to go through all that work to do another wrist pin. And I'm not going to use those clips either. I'm going to use my clips. Might run these rings if these are I like the tension on these rings. I'll probably use these rings this piston. Make sure I put the right piston back in. Yeah, this is awesome. But I went back through and ordered 2 more of these common just to have, because I believe all my parts are in for the other $395. So I might start tinkering with that tonight. Might get this cleaned off. My parts are in for that 371 too. I don't know, I'm trying to think. My hands are hurting really, really bad. Probably from doing all that finger work. I'm not doing finger work in this other 395 because I'm building it different, with different numbers and different styles, so I can pin my 2 395s together and see what way I like to go on them for racing application. I already know what way I like to go on it for a work saw, but yeah, I got that gentleman's envelope today too, so thank you very much for the gentleman. I've got your 371. I will get back onto that. I've got the chamber cut. I don't know if I showed that on video or not. This is chamber cut, turned out nice. So all I got to do is get the piston on it, set the squish, and then after that start laying the numbers out. I can start getting that 371 done. But I don't want fatigued hands when I start grinding on that. That's not my cylinder. That's a pretty rare cylinder. It is, from what I can tell, it's the original 371 cylinder. And I had my buddy that got a dealer hookup. He used his cost, got me that OEM 371 piston, single ring piston. So I do not want to screw that build up at all. So just be patient with me. I'll get that one done. And probably when I'm done with that one, I've got this project one I'll probably end up jumping over. I'm thinking a big bore on that one. I don't know anything about the lower end on that one. It looks good, it rolls over good. I don't know about seals, but yeah, so I think tonight I'm going to work on, I don't know if I'm going to do any porting, but I might work on getting the short block and everything together minus the porting, and hopefully my other 2 pistons come in, because when I get ready to port my other 395, I'd like to do both pistons that I'm gonna do, because I'm probably gonna go back into my 395. But before I do that, I want to pull it. I need data. I need that thing pulled so I know where it's sitting at, and all that happy stuff. And then I can go in it. And I know when I lift that cylinder off to make this fit, I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I might cut the taper out of the chamber and go back to a conventional flat top in it, because I left that as a backup plan in there, because when I cut that taper, the taper I put on there, I'm out here, I'm at the factory height, and then I just cut the taper into it to tuck my piston up into it. That's why I didn't get a real low roof on that one. So I could cut that taper out. It might still have a little bit of taper in the middle, but I could convert that to a flat, then taper, and then into the normal combustion chamber, and I can change the numbers entirely on that by not cutting the top of the piston, and I can essentially lower the roof on that without an extensive amount of machine work, if that makes any sense. I can completely adjust my numbers on that. But that is a Cant Racer / Clone Wars song. It feels fast. Like, I don't know how that saw comes off in the video to you guys, but that 395 feels fast. And my 500's no joke. And playing with the 500 the other day, the 500 felt like a lame duck compared to that 395. And yeah, so I don't know. And like that pop-up 395 I did, that saw felt like it had a lot of gumption. In fact, I'm waiting. I mailed that out 2 days ago. I am waiting for the owner to get that so he can give me some feedback on it. Because I really like that build too. Like, really, really liked it. So, and if I would have known about these pistons then, I could have done a pop-up, or these pistons, I could have done a lightweight pop-up in that one, and it would have been crazy. But all he's doing is bucking with that saw, so I don't think it's that crucial. But I don't know. I got lots of ideas. To the viewer that turned me on to the Raisman 395 piston, thank you. I'm going to be doing bad things. I got 2 more coming. I think it's going to be awesome. This I want to set over here. Yeah, that's the original air filter to that other clone. That'll probably be going back in it. But yeah, no, I've got another Farmer Tech cylinder here. I think I got a cylinder in the box too, so yeah, I'm gonna be probably diving down in the 395 rabbit hole on stuff. I'll take you guys along for the journey. Some of the stuff I'm not going to show if I'm racing it. I showed what was going on in that 660 because I've showed all that stuff before. There's even more exotic cylinders that I've done on that. They ended in failure, but yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get my music jamming, and I'm going to start I'm going to get this table cleaned off. I'm going to lay out all my 395 parts and see if I can get the front of it together minus the port work, and do a more thorough inspection and make sure I've got everything. I know I'm still missing straws for the carburetor, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's what I'll putter on tonight. I think I'm just going to jam out some music and start assembling a long block of a 395. It's going to be a hodgepodge of stuff. It'll be some Farmer Tech stuff, some Neotech stuff, some OEM stuff, and some Amazon stuff. The parts that came in, I couldn't tell on Amazon, but it turned out to be a Farmer Tech flywheel. So I don't know if it came with it. If it's got a key, all the parts must have come from the same vendor, because I ordered this piece. I had one. I needed another one, and I needed that. I don't see it flywheel key. That's the downside. These aftermarket flywheels, the key's not casted in them like OEM. But I don't know. I needed these paws, and I got this whole flywheel for what the paws and springs costed me, so I might just run this whole flywheel. I think I can substitute one of these aftermarket 372Ps in there. If not, I'll steal the paws off this and transfer it onto my OEM flywheel. Not that big a deal. But I ordered this off. Ordered this off from Amazon and it come Farmer Tech. So yeah, at least I got it, and it come a couple days earlier than what it was saying. So I've blabbered on here enough. To all my viewers, thank you. I appreciate it. So John, I got that 371. Thank you. I will be getting back on that. Depends on the weather, but I don't know. Probably sometime after the weekend's what I'm thinking. I got to get that 4910 drained of fluids bagged up and boxed up. That can go out into the mail. Get that out of my way. And then I've got that other 372 done. Waiting for a coil to show up so I can test cut with it. I've got three other 372 personal projects that I want to tinker with. I'll get to my stuff sometime. But yeah, I think in the meantime I'm gonna just chillax, jam out to some. Wished I had some adult beverages, but I don't. I'm gonna jam out to some music and see if I can make something happen on this other Hodgepodge 395 build. So you guys take it easy.